Welcome back to the U Sports Report. Now it's time for the Dab Master himself to tell us everything that's going on in college sports with the College Rundown.
Yeah, we got a lot of action on the UNM front from over the last weekend. We'll start it off with the Lobo men's golf. They took home second place at the Mountain West Conference Championships. UNLV won first. They shot minus 18 with 846 total strokes. The Lobos just 3 shots off of them. They finished at 15 under with 849 strokes. For the Lobos, Samuel Kim, he was unable to shoot in the 60s for 3 straight days. His final round was 1 over par, 73. He finished tied for 3rd overall with a 6 under. So Samuel Kim really getting it done there. And Andre Bevins and Andre Garcia both finished at 3 under. That was good enough for tied for 11th. And the Lobos as a team had 54 birdies over the tournament. That was good enough for 4th best in the field. You also want to keep an eye out for the Lady Lobos golf team as they're going to be heading out to the NCAA Regionals here pretty soon. Now switching it up for the Lobos. Lobo baseball team took 2 out of 3 from conference rival San Diego State over the weekend. This is going to be game 1 of the series. As you see, San Diego State has runners on first and second. The sack bunt is dropped down. We have a throwing error to first, throwing error to home. Is this Little League, guys? What are we doing? 2 runs are going to come in to score there in the top of the second. The Lobos not off to a good start.
Absolutely not, but here you see their coach making all the plays, calling all the plays, and they've got players on both bases.
Yeah, runners on the corners, bottom third. And we got a shot to the third baseman, an error. That's going to allow 1 run to come in for the Lobos. The shortstop thought better of throwing that one. And now another rip. 1 batter later, this one's going to squeak through the second baseman. And that's going to bring in another run for the Lobos. As this was just a simple fielding error on behalf of the second baseman here for the Aztecs. Let's go ahead and take another look. As don't get me wrong, it was a shot. But if you're able to get a little bit of glove on it, you should catch it, because ultimately what that does is that slows the ball down from getting out to the center fielder, which lets the runners take more bases. Lobos now down 3-2, bottom 4, bases juiced, not anymore. That's a shot going out to right field. I believe that was Dalton Bowers. And the throwing error to home. And the Lobos not being greedy. They'll be content with the tie. 3-3, still in the bottom of the 4th. This is Hawley at the dish. And he gets a ripper. Goes to the shortstop, and he makes the play. But that's good enough for a sacrifice, as the Lobos will get one in there. They were running the shift all day here, were the Aztecs. And coming up now, Staj. That's what we call him. You may know him as Carl Stajuhar, with a ripper right up the middle. And that's going to bring in a pair of Lobos. 7-3 now, Lobos are on top. We'll take it to the top of the 6th. This is a jam. Bases loaded for the Aztecs. As you see, DeVito having some injury problems, feeling a little bit of discomfort.
It doesn't seem to stop him from helping the Lobos get a lot of points on the board in this game.
And look at this catch by Hawley. Saving a run. That one should have been on the worldwide leader top 10. Look at this, just a frozen rope, and he's able to get the jump on it and make the catch. Still in the jam, top 6, bases still loaded, full count, 1 out. The pitch, and it's going to be grounded to the shortstop. 6-4-3, routine double play. Lobos are able to get out of the jam.
Beautiful play by the Lobos, and very smooth moves on their behalf.
As you see, the dugout coach clearly fired up. We'll have another look at this textbook double play here flipped by the Lobos. And this one was huge, because if the Aztecs are able to get a couple runs in, maybe they start a rally. They had the bases loaded.
Sure, and I mean, it is a 3-point lead for UNM at this point, but anything can happen in baseball.
Chris DeVito now up at the dish with 1 on first, bottom of the 8th. Still hitting away from the shift. You see the Aztecs had that one. And now for the 3rd week in a row, Carl Stajuhar hits a bomb. That is his 11th home run of the season. DeVito and Staj were both 3 for 5 in the game. as DeVito had three RBIs all on singles. But Stodge, like I said, he was just on fire. He had 4 RBIs with that 2-run jack right there. Let's have another look. That one just right down the pipe. That's like a batting practice fastball.
That was a gorgeous, gorgeous hit.
Top of the 9th now, as the Aztecs hoping for one last gasp. No siree. The Lobos would go on to win the game 10-5, as you see them celebrating as the road to Omaha is getting a clearer and clearer picture. This was head coach Ray Birmingham's 300th career win at UNM, his 1,118th win as a coach.
He has over 150 former players playing in the pros at this point or in the past, which for one baseball coach says a lot.
Yeah, it definitely does. And some other Lobos getting some recognition. Gonzalez during that game, he was 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. He scored 3 runs. Carson Schneider was the winning pitcher. That brings his record to 7-1. He did that all in 5 1/3 innings pitched in that game. He only gave up 3 hits, 0 earned runs. So great starting performance, or a great performance by the starting pitcher. And on the other side, San Diego State could not do anything with the sticks. They were 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position, 1 for 9 hitting with 2 outs. So the Lobos, their next game is going to be tonight, actually. They're going to be taking on our in-state rivals, the Rio Grande rivalry. The New Mexico State Aggies are coming to town. First pitch is at 6 p.m. $2 tickets, ladies and gentlemen. But the best part, they have free ice cream at the game.
Free ice cream.
Free ice cream.
And $2 baseball tickets.
$2 baseball ticket. I think I might call into work later. Actually, no, I didn't say that. I'm getting a little sick.
Yeah, you know, Tyler before the show had kind of like a gross cough thing going on. So.
Yeah, so if you see me at the Lobo baseball game, that's actually my twin.
Yeah,
So,
I've heard that he's in town.
Keeping with Lobo baseball, Carl Stodjuhar, for the 2nd week in a row, has won Mountain West Conference Player of the Week as he led the Lobos to that big upset win over number 7 Texas Tech. And over the week, he hit 500. He had 10 runs brought in, 2 home runs, and he had multiple hits in 4 out of the 5 games. So Stodjuhar just getting it done, as always. And we saw that little injury with DeVito there. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. If it is, I still think the Lobos will be okay going forward, as they do have the sticks. The pitching staff has been good all season long. They could be a little bit better, but with the amount of runs that the Lobos are able to score each game, I think the Lobos will be just fine should DeVito have to miss a little bit of time with injury.
Yeah, and I'd rather miss a little bit of time now than when we get a little bit closer to Omaha.
Exactly. Now, keeping with the Mountain West and UNM, the UNM women's tennis team finished the season undefeated in conference play. They beat Air Force 6-1 on Saturday to remain undefeated. Now, the Lady Lobo tennis team is ranked 52nd overall in the nation. As I said, they finished 5-0 in Mountain West Conference. They're 14-6 on the season. That last win was their 7th straight, and they've won 9 out of the last 10, where they look to keep this momentum rolling on into the Mountain West Championships this week here in Fort Collins, Colorado. As you saw, a quick little bracket breakdown. Now, that's going to do it for Around the Nation, or excuse me, for the College Rundown.
That was a lot of great things for the UNM Lobos. Thanks for sharing all of that with us, Tyler, and we'll be right back with even more sports.